Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everyone.
And good tidings for you and yours on this holiday season. Hi.
Hello, I'm Liz.
I'm Brace, and of course we are joined by producer
Young Chomsky.
And I was thinking, of all of the religions, I gotta say, I've really been thinking about this a lot. What would you, if you were like character creator, you're making a new Liz, you have to pick one. Which religion are you picking?
First of all, this is TrueAnon. Hello.
Oh yeah, hello.
Great question.
Thank you.
And I would be Baha'i, because then I get to be all.
Interesting. Is it all?
Isn't it all? Every?
I think it's like just the fourth one. I was actually looking at some like ISIS Twitter accounts talking about Baha'i the other day.
I actually don't really remember anything about Baha'i, even though I remember learning about it.
That Baha'i place on like Valencia or Guerrero had a really nice drinking fountain, which I've mentioned on the show like 3 or 4 times. What would you be?
I think Hare Krishna seems kind of chill.
You're crazy.
That's insane.
That is the wackest.
Because of George Harrison, and I like chanting.
But you can only chant one thing.
You can do that now.
Yeah.
And also, it's the
But
one
also,
chant.
what about your love of clothing? You would have to give that up.
All I'm saying is I think George was onto something.
You'd have to be berobed.
Berobed. I could see you in a robe, but he would probably be like, I'm getting the robe with this linen or whatever on it.
Well,
you could get into robe.
I don't think
it
yellow
fits.
is my color. I couldn't do it.
I've been thinking about this, and I mean no disrespect to anybody when I was about to say what I'm about to say. But I was like getting worried about going to hell. But I was like, but I don't know if could Jews have hell?
I thought the whole thing was there was no hell.
It's like really, you can definitely tell that they like were just coming up with a lot of stuff. And so they didn't flesh it out completely.
Like a first draft.
It's first draft.
Isn't it everyone's first draft?
Yeah. Well, and I rock with the Muslims, but there's a lot of rules and you have to do a lot of stuff if you're like pretty religious. And
I like rules.
yeah, I just wouldn't remember to pray that many times, and then I would feel guilty. It's like it's just
Maybe
not.
Catholicism is for you.
No, so I don't like Catholicism because it seems like regular Christianity, but run by a bunch of really rich, evil gay guys. And
It's
I like
it's
all
definitely
those.
centralized.
Yeah, but it's like 1,000 or whatever they say 2,000 years of like rich, evil gay guys making a religion that's scary to me. I'm gonna say the Protestant is the one that I would pick because Liz, there's less rules than the other ones, but Christianity has the easiest one where I think you just have to say, sorry, I accept Jesus, I believe you, I love you, I believe you, like right before you die, and you go to eternal paradise.
But the thing about Protestantism is, yes, there's less rules, but you're constantly in trouble because even though you don't know the rules, there are rules.
And what about Pentecost? Who are the guys who are
That's
like,
the times. Yeah.
I think I'd be Pentecostal.
No, I don't think you should go evangelical.
Did you do some snake
know.
charming?
It seems so
too.
fun. I heal you.
This is a big problem, you
But
know.
I think I would
in the
do that
world.
one because it seems like, well, my criterion for religion is least amount of work to get into heaven. And
That's kind of Catholicism.
no. Oh yeah, it kind of is. But there's so much work on earth, and then there's
The thing about Catholicism is that she's in her decadent era. So
Interesting.
if you love a decadent old gal who probably doesn't have a bright future ahead of her. That's maybe a little bit decaying, maybe a little bit shabby, but still can like pull it together for one grand old show.
We're doing that.
She might be your old dame. If you love bright, shiny, scary, futuristic, political, but also like kind of narco vibes, I think that evangelical Christianity could be for you.
That looks really fun. That does look really fun because you're going to like a big rock concert every weekend, you know?
Or, gangland control in the global south.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, Brazil. What
And
was that-
Africa. They're everywhere.
What was the one in the favela called that we were talking about?
The Israel favela.
The Israel favela.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's Israel complex, I believe is what it's called.
Jesus Christ. I really want to go to heaven. And I really am afraid that but wouldn't they let me in? You think if I was just good? I mean, I'm in that good, but like I mean well. And if I get to heaven, they're going to be like, oh, you weren't Christian or like you weren't Muslim or whatever.
Well, that's the bet.
That's
The wager, some may say.
Famously.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm willing to go to heaven, why wouldn't they let me in?
But why wouldn't they let you in?
Why wouldn't they let me in?
Well, that's a question for you to think about.
Man, heaven sounds amazing.
Eh,
You don't like heaven?
it's kind of boring.
No.
You know what's not boring? This episode that we have coming.
Let's do that again. You know what's not boring? This episode. We have
Keep the whole thing in. Don't even cut that.
leave the whole thing. You saw his hands are firmly in his lap.
Yeah, he didn't take any
ain't
notes.
he ain't doing that. This episode's
You know what he's
good.
BDSing? Editing.
Actually, where I will say from where I'm sitting, it does look like he's fucking with his shit right now.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm saying? Now it really looks like you're
That's
fucking with his shit.
inappropriate, and I will file an HR complaint if you continue doing
I am
that.
the HR
I'm
director. and
BDSing
you're
your
both in
HR
trouble.
complaint.
You both are forfeiting vacation days to me.
BDS beating that shit.
Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I refrained from saying that during the entire episode.